Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live. And I just thought I'll do a quick live today. So, I was talking with someone on the weekend, and it was about does certifications they help you or not. So, over here, I'm talking about the skill set related certifications. So, now the skill set related certifications could be any skill set or any area. So, for example, I would give the example which I'm comfortable with, which is the IT certifications. So, if you are a fresh graduate right now, or you are someone who is looking for a career shift, like maybe you are in midlife and now you're looking for a career shift. And this is one of the topic I have talked with many people, and I have given certain steps so that the career shifting can happen more easily and with more clarity and with more patience. That's what I would say. So, right now, we are hearing about the job market, and there are lots of fresh graduates in the market, and there are lots of people with a lot of experience in the market. And there are a lot of people who actually want to start working also because they are more free, they want to change their career, they want to shift their career, or they're looking for some kind of a change. So, in this kind of environment, there is like a lot of competition going on. And in this competition, you need to learn, or you want to actually stand apart. Like, how you can make yourself unique, how you can make yourself special. So that's the question maybe you can ask yourself. Okay, so very first thing is going to be like, exactly what field you want to work. So that getting that clarity is so much important. It should not be like your friend told, or somebody they are working and now they're making like maybe six-figure salary, and now you want to do the same. So because of that, you want to choose that career only. So you need to actually ask yourself, like, is it really you want it? And it could be different for a person who is a fresh graduate and a person who is in the midlife. It's going to be different. Okay, so you need to make that judgment, like what exactly is important right now, getting the job, or like doing something which actually is going to be something soulful, which you would love to do more, like in the rest of your life if possible. Okay, so that is going to be the difference. But over here, the very first thing is like maybe you have done some graduation, if you, or masters if you have just graduated, or maybe you have some past experience if you are in the midlife who you are looking for a change. I'm talking both of the people because I have talked with both the people. So my weekend talk was with a fresh graduate. Okay, and I always talk with the women above 38, 40, like in the midlife. I always talk, and this is one of the topic which is the choosing the career, getting the clarity, how to prepare for the career, and like having that mindset so that uh, to get into the career which is fulfilling also, and also you can get that switch done in the shortest possible time. So that's what I help with. So uh, I would suggest the very first thing, as you go to LinkedIn, you go to any of the job portals, and whatever you are interested in, like you need to list actually at least 50 job profiles. Like, it should be like the job listing posted by the companies also. And the other thing is like a different people who are applying for the job. So if you can look at the resume and their profiles, so those profiles also. Okay, so you need to do a proper analysis. You want to find out all the skill set which they are demanding for, and all the skill set which the people are listing in their profiles. Okay, so these are two different calculations. So in that, like, what are the common skill sets, what are the unique skill set, what are the skill set which are very rare skill sets. So you really want to find out all that information, like which kind of industry it is, like it's a pharmaceutical, financial, it is consulting, like you need to be having that kind of a graph. If you are very specific on what kind of job you want, what kind of skill set you have, and what kind of company you're looking for, what kind of salaries which are offered. So many things, if you start getting that clarity, you automatically have that kind of dreams or visualization also in your mind. Okay, you're working like this person with this salary, with this kind of environment, maybe this location also. You can be like that specific also. And there is no harm listing all these things or finding all these things for yourself. Okay, so you are going to face whatever comes to you, and you're going to give that interview. But like, this is the very first step. So once you know that, I'll go back to our topic, which is of the certification, which is, because this is like a long discussion. Okay, so I'll tell you again, going back to the topic, the certifications. So now we know the skill set. Then you want to find out what all the vendor affiliated certifications for this. So for Oracle, suppose, like what all the different Oracle exams are there for Oracle. Like there is a development track, there is a DBA track, there is we can say ERP kind of software, those kind of tracks are there. But very basic is the very important and very famous certification by Oracle is the Oracle SQL certification, just the structured query language, which is like a you do that certification because SQL is same for all the databases, like those, the language format. And why you would suppose you want, if you want to go any data related field, then that is one of the certification, which is a foundation certification. So like this, suppose you want to go to cloud, what all the cloud related certifications are there. If you want to go to AI, what all the AI related certifications are there. If you want to go to cyber security, what all the cyber security related certifications are there. If you want to go to DevOps, what all the DevOps certifications are there. If you want to go to project management, what all the certifications are there. So any field which you are choosing, what all the vendor affiliated certifications, then how much they cost, how do you get the exam, what is the exam number, what book could be referred for the exam, what course can be bought for the exam, what small kind of a training you would need for the exam, what kind of dumps, exam dumps is the sample questionnaire, so what dumps you will use for the exam. All that data you have to get together. Then you are going to buy the certification, set a deadline, and then you are going to actually appear for the certification. It's mostly online and it's prometric, and like they are, you're monitored on your own computer, and you get the results almost immediately. So why it is important? So I was talking with this young guy, and then I told him, see, like right now, anyway, you're looking for a job, so your focus is like finding a job and developing the skill set. So in the skill set, if you have something on your resume, like which is like, okay, you have done this certification, that certification, it's always going to add value when the resumes are compared. So, and also the second advantage is the when you do the certification, you have to learn the whole topic. On the job, when you go and perform, you actually perform only 25% of all the things, even sometimes 10 to 20%, like, because it's a huge, like huge software. It's like anything which you take, it's like a huge thing, like like if you just take Oracle, it's going to be so huge, like possibly even I'm working for 30 plus years in Oracle, like I will not know everything of Oracle. That's what I would say. So you will do only 10-20% on job, but because of certification, you will go through the grill of knowing so many features of that technology. Third thing is going to be, you will learn the vocabulary. So when the whole game is to get selected in the interview, and if you're not comfortable with the vocabulary of that technology, like a language, like if you have English, Hindi, we are going to speak English, we are going to speak Hindi. So we know the vocabulary. So I speak Marathi. But if you don't know Marathi, then you don't know Marathi. Like, I cannot speak with you in Marathi. So if I'm taking an interview for Oracle and you are not comfortable with the technology, the vocabulary of Oracle, then that itself, there, if you hesitate it, you're not getting selected right on the interview. Okay, so it gives you the opportunity to develop that vocabulary. It will put you to the test also. You will get that focus. When you add these certifications in your resume, you will get the I would say you will get the um, uh, what I was trying to say, you will be setting yourself apart. So that, like, if you have Oracle, suppose, SQL certification, and you're applying for a job in the Postgres or SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, so they'll say, okay, at least this person has done this certification, so he or she knows about it. Okay, and another thing, it gives the company which is hiring the impression that you are a learner. Because in my life, one thing I would say, like, everything what I do, is one of the principle is the lifelong learning and growing. So learning cannot stop. Like, if you're done with the college and you're thinking like, okay, now no more learning, so you will, it's very harmful for the health, I would say, for your mental health, for your physical health. If you are thinking you don't want to learn, you can learn anything. You can learn a new cooking dish also, you can learn to sew also, you can learn to paint also, but learning is the part of your life journey. It is one of the responsibility for each human soul, learning and growing. You learn, you apply, you spread that learning, and it is literally at the spiritual level also, it is so important. So here we are going back to practical life, and we're talking about, yes, learning is so important. So skill set, so the company would know, okay, this person is like, oh, he has or she has done like this 5 certifications or 10 certifications in last 6 months or something like that, and they will be so impressed because you are just not sitting and uh, like, you are having that adaptability nature, and you're learning person. So even something you don't know on interview, like, you can always say you can learn, and you have so much of proof to show that learning, like you can learn, kind of a thing, like, because you have certifications, you have those like stars, like we give it to the kids, like the this star. So certifications are the skill set stars on your resume. You can highlight them on LinkedIn also. You can get physical certificates also, you can display them on LinkedIn also. You can also get the logos from the vendor company. So suppose you have done Oracle certifications, you will have a logo from Oracle. Now I have almost like 15 plus certifications over these years. So like, because it's the habit, it's sharpening the axe. So if you know the story of like this axe man, he is cutting the tree, and he works continuously 8 hours, still the tree is yet not, like, it's not falling, like, but then the guru comes, the coach comes, and he advised him that every 2 hours you sharpen your axe. So he does that, and within 4 hours the tree is down, you know so sharpening the axe is so much important. So sharpening your skill set is so much important. So never stop sharpening your skill set in whichever the area which you are interested in. And especially you want to be in the job market, I would highly recommend to have skill set sharpening all the time going on, and you are on something and you're passionate about it. And going back to certification, yes, if you ask me, I highly recommend to somebody who is a new graduate also, and somebody who is in midlife or finding a career change also. I highly recommend both these people the skill set sharpening, the skill set vendor provided certifications, because you can use those logos, and what are the advantages which I told you. And uh, like you need to try at least one certification. Okay, giving a deadline, try one certification on the deadline. Like, it cannot be a project of 1 year, one certification cannot be. Okay, when you are actually finding for a job. For me, if I want to say, I give usually one certification in 2 years now. I'm like so many 30 plus years working. So I can give my certification rate can be like that, because I'll not need to do that much right now. But in the especially the skill set or the vendor certifications I'm talking, and I'm doing lots of certifications in the human behavior, human learning, and those all things is like passion from like last 10 years almost for me. So that I'm doing, like, so you'll say, like, Geeta, how you managed to do it and why you are even doing it. It's the interest, like, it's the interest, it's a responsibility of this life for me, like, so I just don't feel like even I'm doing something, like, it's just the part of life, like nothing special actually, if you ask me. So I'm not doing anything special. That's what I feel like, when I'm learning, growing, spreading the knowledge, I don't feel like anything which is had to take out time and do it, because it comes within it. I feel good, I feel happy doing it. That's what I would say. So going back, if you're finding a job or if you're trying to shift the career, whatever I said right now, these tips apply to both of you. Okay, and you need to take help of AI. You need to take help of ChatGPT or Claude or any of the AI tool to do all this analysis once you get the data. Okay, you can do a Google search. Okay, what is the best vendor certification for this skill set? Yes, then go more in detail. But just after, instead of doing that, if you have some data from the LinkedIn for the companies which you're applying for, the skill set related different categories of skill set, what people are putting on their resume, all this data you have it. You can feed it to your chat GPT. You can give beautiful prompts, find out so much information, and start working on your very first certification. So I would challenge, if you're watching this video and you are in the category a young person who just graduated, and or someone who is in midlife and wanting to change career, I would highly suggest that please, please, please decide your first certification and keep a deadline of not more than 90 days. For a youngster, not more than 4 weeks. Okay, and for somebody in the midlife, because you have a lot of responsibilities still, like you are managing home and kids and everything, like your own life, like and you have gone through so much. So for you, 90 days, okay, to complete your very first certification. I wish you all the best for your very first certification. For any guidance, if you need it, you can connect with me and we can set up a call and I can talk with you. With that, take care. Bye bye. Hope it is making sense and I added some value to you. Again, a note on 75-day challenge. We have started. You want to be part of it, jump on it, make your year count, gain that healthy identity without any harsh diet, no punishing workouts, and you can do it because I'm going to do it or I'm doing it with you. So, with that, bye bye. Take care.